By now, you've probably heard the term metaverse and wondered what it actually means. If so, you are invited to continue watching to learn what technology paved the way, the basic tenets of the metaverse, and what opportunities emerging across the healthcare, educational, and industrial sectors. So, how do we get here? For that answer, we need to take a look back at how our knowledge enterprises were key to the iterative evolution of the World Wide Web. In 1969, ARPANET, or the Advanced Research Projects Agency Network, was created through the United States Department of Defense, bringing together knowledge enterprises, government, and the private sector. It was ARPANET member Leonard Kleinrock of UCLA who, with a team of computer science graduate students, developed the node needed for the first network protocols. And with that began the World Wide Web and Web 1.0, which was about knowledge acquisition. Web 1.0 was built on open standards that provided opportunities related to static information, e-commerce, and HTML. These opportunities led to the outcomes including consumers of content, Amazon, and email. Because the World Wide Web has become an iterative evolution of technologies, Web 2.0 came next, and it focused on knowledge creation. Web 2.0 started in 2006 and lasted until 2020, and provided opportunities related to dynamic information, rich user experiences, and social web. This led to outcomes improving user-generated content, interactivity, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. The World Wide Web has grown substantially since its inception, and while it has significantly impacted society, its control has remained in the hands of a few large corporations, therefore limiting its potential utility. Because of this, Web 3.0 has begun to take shape, driven by a new technology called blockchain and a political tenet called decentralization. Web 3.0 has the potential to shape opportunity and outcome on a scale never seen before. However, Web 3.0 is not limited to blockchain, and decentralization activities and other important aspects include artificial intelligence and big data, micropayments, a financial payment that occurs online, digital identities, information used by computer systems to represent an external agent, 5G and new connectivity channels, immersive 3D graphics for virtual and augmented reality, semantic web for machine learning, and perhaps the most important aspect, the metaverse, a series of connected virtual worlds. So while all that sounds exciting, the last part may be the most exciting or most familiar to many regarding Web 3.0. Why don't we take a closer look at what the metaverse is? As discussed earlier, the metaverse will be the creation of an immersive, decentralized, and collectively constructed virtual world, a unique place where individuals, societies, and organizations can connect and create like never before. The metaverse will impact every industry and sector of our socioeconomic system. Let's take a closer look at three specific sectors and the actors that operate within them. The healthcare sector has the ability to realize the opportunity and outcomes of the metaverse by utilizing the function of digital twins, a virtual model or simulation generated using real-world data with the purpose of knowing more about the real-world counterpart. This biodigital twin can be used to test experimental treatments. For health, allow live doctors to participate as consultants in surgery in hologram form. The manufacturing sector, along with the actors in research and development, also have the ability to realize the opportunity and outcomes of the metaverse by utilizing the function of digital twins. Digital twinning technology may enable companies to solve physical issues faster by detecting them sooner, allowing predictable outcomes to a much higher degree of accuracy. Lastly, educational institutions will benefit from the ability to scale access to knowledge by offering experiences that enable and encourage collaboration, communication, mastery of content, creative thinking, and creative innovation. This will also be achieved by enabling decentralized classrooms and immersive learning. While the metaverse will usher in technologies like virtual reality, other components will include digital assets, digital tokens, NFTs, and a piece of transformational technology called blockchain. Blockchain is a system of recording information in a way that makes it difficult or impossible for fraud or unauthorized revisions to occur. The blockchain is essentially a digital ledger of transactions that is duplicated and distributed across an entire network of computer systems. For example, vulnerable communities often utilize poor and inaccurate record-keeping methods. In turn, this creates significant challenges that make it nearly impossible for them to prove they own economic resources that are rightfully theirs. And so without the ability to verify ownership, people are unable to buy or sell resources, access loans, and other financial tools that are necessary to improve their position in society. Therefore, blockchain, in its efficiency, security, and lack of intermediaries, can make it an ideal option for those looking to safely store a range of data. And since it is an open source ledger, every transaction is made public, which leaves no room for fraud. Now let's look at decentralization. For example, it is the main political tenet behind the metaverse. It is a concept by which the activities of an organization, particularly those regarding planning and decision-making, are distributed or delegated away from a central, authoritative location or group. The idea here is that the organizations are governed by rules controlled by the organization members and not influenced by a central government. This is also a concept of self-governance. So one way to think about the social implications that can be facilitated in a decentralized or self-governed system are ones where political decentralization can benefit the poor and undeserved, because involving a civil society in planning, monitoring, and evaluating public programs and policies is crucial to ensuring steady progress. In closing, while the opportunities with the metaverse seem endless, they are not without cautions. The safety and privacy concerns of today will need to be remediated along with planning for sustainability, given the massive energy consumption that it would take to power the metaverse. To that end, human-centered design thinking will be needed to steer its development towards inclusivity, equity, and the greater social good.